Здравствуйте! In this video we are going to discuss how to ask and answer the questions who is this, what is this in Russian. So I would like you to take a look at the English version of this question and the Russian version of the same question and tell me what differences you notice. So who is this? Кто это? So hopefully you've noticed that in the English question there are 3 words and in the Russian question there are only 2. So what's missing? If you don't know, кто, that's who, это, that's this. So what's missing is the word is. And the reason that it's missing is because the Russian language does not have the present tense form of the verb to be. And the verb to be in the present tense has 3 forms: am, is, are. So that is why in the Russian version of this question there are only 2 words. So this is the first thing, the first piece of information for you to remember. Alright, we're going to focus on the question word кто. So first of all, there are 2 consonants here together, and I know it might not be easy to say, but you really need to try not to insert any vowels in the middle. So try not to say kato or koto. It needs to be very fast from k to t. Кто. And what might help is focusing on the vowel. Try to be rushing to this o. So keep that in mind and make that your focus, and when you say the word, just think about that o. So кто, кто. And another thing is that in questions that have question words like who, where, when, how, why, in Russian those words are pronounced with a strong stress. So we say кто это? And sometimes to people who speak other languages it might sound a little bit too direct, too straightforward, maybe even too rude, but it has nothing to do with anything. It's just the way we ask questions. We put a lot of emphasis on question words. So in English it would sound like, who is this? Like that. So don't take it personal. It's not about anything. It's just how we ask questions. All right, let's proceed here. So let's say the answer to the question, who is this is mom. So notice again how in the English version of the sentence there are 3 words, and in the Russian version there are only 2. Это мама. And again, the reason for that is the same. There is no am, there is no is, and there is no are in the Russian language. We do have past and future of the verb to be, so we do have equivalents for was, were, or will be, but in the present tense we don't use any verbs. All right, let's look at different questions. So if you look at the Russian and English again, what do you notice? What's the same, what's similar, and what's different? So we have, who is this? Кто это? This is a cat. Это кот. So hopefully you've noticed that is missing in the Russian sentences again for the same reason. There is no is, there is no am, there is no are. So when you're translating from English to Russian, you don't need to worry about those words. Just skip them. Go straight to the next one. Another thing that hopefully you're noticing is that in Russian we use the word who, кто, to talk about cats or any other animal. So in English, normally it's what to talk about animals. You can even ask what about people, like what is he, like what does he do, what is he. In Russian, we never do that. It's always кто with people and animals. And finally, in this sentence, we have 2 words in Russian and 4 words in English. So one more thing that's missing is the word "e". So in Russian, we don't have articles. We don't have "e", we don't have "an", we don't have "the". And we'll continue in the next video. До свидания.